Hello and welcome to another Better Words here on my channel. Today we're going to look at the Scorch movie versus book, or book versus movie, basically. Yes, indeed, it is another one of those, basically. And topic number one are going to be storyline. And yeah, it changes a little bit between the book and the movie. The book, it is actually a trial, you can basically say. I can't remember if it was in the second book they talk about it, or if it was in the second one, but overall it is basically a trial where they shall get from the place they start off in, which is basically a camp or something like that, that they will send off through a portal to the desert where the disease that have basically happened with Earth has spread, and the Earth has been scorched by the sun or something similar to that. They shall take themselves, the group, from point A to point B, which point B is basically a place on a mountain. They go through a lot of a city or more, and a lot of more places in the mountain and similar things like that. They meet interesting people, and you will see some betrayals, you will see some backstabbing, you can see a lot of interesting things that will happen in the book. In the movie, on the other hand, it isn't a trial. They end up in a, building of some sort, laboratory, where a bigger group than it was in the book actually lives, which is basically from different mazes that have been set. They have tested these young people. The difference there is that in the book there are just 2 mazes. If I remember correctly, there could be more, but they only mention, and you only see people from the 2 mazes in this movie. In the movie you see from many other mazes, so yeah. They try to escape this place, which isn't what's happening in the book, but they escape with one of the persons that will basically betray them later on. Betray, you will find out why she betrays them, but yeah. And one person that actually betrayed with her didn't do that in the movie, which was kind of weird, but what are you gonna do? And of course they get to the mountain, but it was for another reason. They wanted to go to a safe haven, but it didn't happen. Their friends get caught, and now they had to go and get them again, and that is how the movie ends. In my opinion, they are really different entities. The book have one story, the movie have another story. There are some similarities between them. You see, of course, characters from the book in the movie, and back and forth, but they are changed a lot. It doesn't seem like an adaptation, it just seems more like they wanted the name when they made the movie. But when it comes to storyline, the one that stands out the most, in my opinion, is the book. In my opinion, the book makes more sense. It also fits more together with the first book. The second movie doesn't fit that well with this first movie, in my opinion, because they kinda make it more stupid. I don't know how I want to call it, but it doesn't get the time it deserves. Basically, it doesn't get the love it deserves. But yeah. Topic number 2 are going to be effects and environments. Effects will not be taken much in consideration, but environments will. Environments is kinda good in both the book and the movie. It's very well explained in the book. Everything looks the same in the movie, and so overall it is not that different. Of course they explain a lot more in the book, and they gave you more of a picture, but the movie kind of show you a lot of these environments that you actually read about in books. So in my opinion, these are going to be a tie. Mainly because they have basically the same environments. When it comes to effects, the movie have great effects for what the budget, and the book have, of course, explained a lot of the effects really well. But in my opinion, they are both really similar in that category. Topic number 2 are going to be villains. The villain in the book is of course the Wicked, and it is the same in the movie. But they changed a little bit. Instead of one villain, as it stands out for being in the book, they had 2. The Rat, or Jansson as they call it, was the main villain in the book. And I will not call out the other villain because why not? Spoiler, Ava Page, which is actually a good person in the book series. This kind of screws up the complete adaptation in my opinion, because they make a good person, at least what I figured out, into a bad person, and that is kinda stupid. So yeah. But when it comes to villains, the one that stands out in my opinion is the book villain. In my opinion, the villain feels more crazy. The character is more interesting, and he stands out more because they explain it a little bit weirder than they do in the movie. In the movie, the villains just seems like ordinary people or actors, whatever. And they don't stand out as much as they do in the book. And the final topic are going to be main characters. And yeah, they changed a little bit when it comes to main characters as well. But when it comes to the one that stands out the most, when it comes to quality of the character and actually having a better description of them, it is the book. The characters in the book stands out more because it is more explained, they get through a lot more, and they have more of a reason to do what they do. In the movie, the characters doesn't have a reason to do what they do. Actually, they just do one thing for some reason, and they do the other thing for some reason, and they go to this place for some reason. It doesn't seem like they have a stand out reason for doing what they do. Because of that, the book stands out for characters. And the ultimate winner of this video are going to be the book. The book, in my opinion, stands out more because it has better explanation of the story, better explanation of the characters and villains. Even if the effects and environments then is basically similar between the two entities, the book stands out more because of the other things that it shows you and tells you. So yeah. That's all for today, folks. What's the next time? Bye.